Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's Truth Talk podcast episode, I'm joined by D.
Hi everybody, I hope you guys are having a great day.
In this episode, we will be talking about Kanye's recent actions and why he's 100% controlled opposition. But before we begin, I just wanted to let you guys know that after consideration, I have decided that posting 2 videos daily isn't the best choice for my channel. I do not want to have to feel rushed when making these videos in order to not miss anything. While I proved that I can pump out 2 videos a day, after a while, it could affect the quality. So while I will be posting more often and likely 5 to 6 times a week, I will not be posting 2 videos daily unless it's necessary. I apologize, but you guys can still expect more content than before, but it just won't be 2 videos daily. With that being said, I want to thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. Kanye is once again trending all over social media for his recent erratic behavior. This time, it comes after appearing on streamer Sneako's livestream, where Kanye was once again acting unhinged and ranting about several things. During the livestream, Kanye says some things that set the internet ablaze, with countless people on social media debating over what Kanye might have actually said during the livestream. Besides his usual Kim Kardashian stole his kids rant, he shocked the world when he also seemed to allegedly call himself gay. Now I say allegedly because the internet is unsure if Kanye was calling himself gay or yay. During this part of the livestream, Kanye was heard saying he ain't got custody of his kids and that Twitter controls his legacy, and this is when he appears to say that either he's gay or he's yay.
I'm not here to be worshipped. And as a leader, I'm saying, how am I supposed to lead y'all if I don't got my kids with me to continue what we're doing? I ain't got no legacy. So why the fuck you think I'll be Twins in charge of my legacy? I'm gay. Twins in charge of my legacy, and I'm gay.
Now this clip sparked debate amongst people online trying to figure out what exactly did he say. To me, it does seem to sound like he said I'm yay, but considering the song he just released days back, I'm not sure what to believe. A few days back, Kanye released a song called Cousins, where in the song, he makes a confession to engaging in an intimate act with his male cousin when he was young. In the song, Kanye sings about essentially finding his mother's gay adult magazines, where he saw 2 men doing acts to each other. Kanye admits that he then reenacted what he saw in the magazine with his cousin, claiming that he essentially gave his cousin oral. This was another moment of Kanye shocking the internet, as no one was expecting that. I myself was caught off guard, but not necessarily shocked, as I believe Kanye was showing signs of this from the very beginning. He was the little Uzi and Playboy Cardi of the 2000s. He was the one who came in the rap game wearing pink polo shirts, appearing more feminine than traditional rappers. This song to me seems rather suspicious. Kanye had no reason to say something like this on a song. It literally makes no sense for him to admit this on a record. So considering the fact that Kanye is basically admitting to have participated in gay acts when he was young, it wouldn't be surprising if you were actually gay and admitted to being gay on this live stream. Now this will also provide an explanation and give more validation to the rumors that Kanye likes to watch other men hook up with his love interest in front of him. For example, it was alleged by a former No Jumper host, Brick Baby, that Kanye invited Chris Brown over to his home to hook up with Kim Kardashian right in front of him.
And hood. Yeah, dig. Hood. Chris Brown gave it them too. Oh, my bad. Y'all didn't know that though. Y'all know Kanye West once asked Chris Brown to come over and smack Kim Kardashian in front of him. This is true talk. He called Chris Brown over because he asked Kim who got better sex, Ray J or Chris Brown. Shout out to Chris because he knocked down Kim Kardashian. Yeah, I'm telling stories I ain't supposed to tell. I told you one day. Yeah, Chris Brown went to go fuck Kim Kardashian in front of Kanye, and Kanye watched.
Right.
Deny that. I call Tiger right now.
On top of this rumor, an adult film actress also claimed that Kanye was looking for a male adult film star to engage in activities so he could watch it as well. Kanye might definitely be into men and women. Now, all of this recent behavior further confirms that Kanye isn't who he claims to be. All of this Kanye against the industry is just an act. He's the industry's authorized villain. He's the one they're using to lead those searching for the truth in the wrong direction. One thing we learned from the Kanye and Academics interview was that all this wild behavior was all an act the entire time. We can see Kanye turn this controversial persona on and off. When Kanye arrived at the hotel, he could be seen talking normally to Academics. This all changed when he realized that everything was being filmed. He goes and tells Ack that he was going to put on his Black Klansman outfit and he will be back. When he came back, he was in full character and started ranting instantly, saying outrageous things. When the interview was done, he went back to behaving like a normal person. Kanye is just playing a character. Everything he's doing is exactly what they want him to do. They want Kanye to seem like this rebellious leader, like he called himself, who is meant to lead the people against the system.
And I'm not here to be your idol. I'm the leader. I'm not here to be worshipped. And as a leader, I'm saying...
All while he's further enslaving them and corrupting them. Kanye is not a godly leader. He is a wolf in sheep's clothing, sent in to infiltrate our community. Pay attention to the things that he is promoting and pushing. He's literally out here pushing one of the most evil people to have ever existed, a man that I expose as an occultist. Hitler isn't someone Kanye should be promoting to his fans, but he does it openly. Kanye also pushes adult films to his fans. Not only did he say he was going to create an adult film site, but he literally tweeted out adult videos to his fans not that long ago. He literally walks around with his so-called wife half-dressed. Bianca Censori goes viral for not wearing clothes almost every other week. Now he's coming out as gay, which is nothing new from the industry, as we know they love to push the Lil Nas X agenda.
I want to say thank you to Gay Agenda. Let's go, Gay Agenda!
I had a question about the Gay Agenda. You thanked it at the VMAs. What is it? How do you define the Gay Agenda?
Oh, the Gay Agenda. There's been planned. We usually go to meetings on Wednesday in black cloaks.
Okay.
Draw a big star circle on the ground. Have these cups of blood, drink it pretty much. And we kind of plan world domination to make everyone gay. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kanye is a puppet, an industry slave who sold out long ago. His handlers are the ones pushing Kanye to be the enemy. He is the definition of controlled opposition. All they did was create a controlled, recognizable enemy that they can use to lead us astray. There are so many people right now that think Kanye is some sort of revolutionary leader. Please don't let Kanye fool you and lead you astray. Kanye has people in the truth community arguing amongst each other on whether he's on our side or not. This shouldn't even be a debate. It should be known that Kanye is an industry puppet. Sadly, when some people like an artist's music, they try to block all the negative things they do. They defend the artist no matter what, not knowing that this is idol worship. You must be honest with yourself. If Kanye wasn't an industry puppet, nobody would know his name. I think this entire stunt of Kanye coming out gay is definitely planned.
I would have to agree. Obviously, we know Kanye isn't someone anyone can trust. We've watched him numerous times do and say some crazy things over the years, especially these last 4 to 5 years, and I think that alone proves how much he is controlled opposition. If he's really out here speaking out, saying facts, telling us things that they don't want us to know, he would have already been taken out. We know these elites don't play. We've seen the previous examples. So why has nothing happened to Kanye if he's being so honest and against them? Simply because he's not. It's a show and a front, and it's always around the time that he wants to drop an album.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that this is partly promotion, but I think it's also deeper than that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a strong possibility that Kanye is actually gay. A lot of people in the industry go both ways, and there's stories of a lot of these people doing things like that, and I wouldn't be surprised, as Kanye was one of those artists that was running around with Diddy, and we all know what the rumors about Diddy are. But I just think that this is deeper than him being gay, because I believe that he's been gay for a long time if he's actually gay. This isn't something that, just happened now. I feel like he's releasing this now for more nefarious reasons. We know that the industry only uses these artists to push agendas, and one of the agendas the industry has been pushing so heavily recently is this Lil Nas X agenda. That's what I'm seeing from Kanye. Kanye is basically trying to push this in a different way that other artists have done it. He's coming out and basically admitting to being gay and blaming it on an act that he did as a child. But realistically, it's just to normalize this amongst the community. They just want people to see this as normal within hip hop, because while they've been working so hard to try to normalize it, it's still slightly being rejected. While yes, there's rappers like Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is more a pop rapper, pop hip hop. He's not being listened to by real hip hop fans or, people that are really of the culture. Someone like Lil Nas X is more for the radio and pop, but even him, they used him to push this first openly gay rapper. It just wasn't as successful. But people like Kanye, I feel like Kanye has been showing this the entire time since the beginning of his career, like I said earlier. I feel like this is what they've been using him for the entire time, And how did you feel about the rest of the things he said in the rant? Like the stuff about him and Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, that right there was crazy, and I feel like he was way out of pocket because there's no correlation with him sitting up there praising and promoting Hitler and then wanting to drag in Kim K, their kids, their marriage, their parenting, their custody issues. None of that had anything to do with each other. And how are you expecting to get your kids or have anybody sympathize with you about that situation when you're acting so crazy? You're literally proving why you shouldn't even have your kids. Nobody's gonna trust you, especially not around kids, when you're acting this way. Kanye wants to sit up here and talk about how Kim Kardashian has been sexualizing her kids, having them dress a certain way, when he's out here walking around with a woman who's basically underdressed 24/7. I remember seeing a video of Kanye talking to Kim and telling her how he didn't want his wife dressing provocative because it bothered him that other people were seeing her and lusting after her. Fast forward a few years later, he marries Bianca, and now he's parading her around the world, and the whole entire time this woman's wearing dental floss and invisible clothes. What happened to not wanting your wife to dress like that?
Yeah, that's definitely an act, 100%. I don't think Kanye cares. I don't think he cared if Kim dressed a certain way or didn't because, Kanye is in the industry. All these women in the industry dress the same way. And he took pride in Kim Kardashian, being overly sexualized. That's what he liked about her. That's what made him interested in Kim Kardashian like he was interested in Amber Rose. Kanye knows what he's doing. Kanye is a part of the industry. He's just trying to manipulate the situation because his entire goal as a controlled opposition agent is to just mislead and misguide. He has to win us over. He has to show us, look, I'm calling out the industry. I'm calling out the Kardashians. I'm doing all this. Take my side with this, because that's when we'll give him trust. That's when he knows he has control over us and he can lead us astray. That's all that Kanye is doing. Kanye was put in this position very long ago. Kanye has been an industry puppet for years now, talking about decades. And for some reason, people want to forget that he was signed to Roc Nation, that he was under Jay-Z, that he came up with Diddy and them. He was partying with Diddy a lot and was in those freak-offs, that there's allegations made against him that he and Diddy tried to R-word a woman and actually did R-word another woman. And these are allegations, so it's allegedly, but still, we know that Kanye was in the industry and he was definitely engaging in this behavior, but somehow people want to forget and now want to praise him as some leader. And the things that he's saying about Kim Kardashian are, like you said, they truly have no correlation with each other at all. He wants people to help him with his custody issues, which is a personal issue that's between him and his ex-wife, not the public. There's nothing that the public can do. He wants to use that as validation to come out and say why he's praising Hitler and promoting him and saying all these evil things that make no sense. One doesn't justify the other at all. And his points about Kim Kardashian are also invalid because, like I said, he wanted something like that. He took pride in being with Kim Kardashian before. He rapped about it like Jay-Z rapped about being with Beyonce. He saw it as a power couple, as a power move. Kanye is very hypocritical, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with that. And honestly, the whole back and forth with his kid situation is disgraceful. Kanye, if you cared so much about your kids, why would you be embarrassing them by acting the way that you're acting in public and on social media? Why are you publicly bashing their mom and their family? Why are you making these bizarre statements knowing that your kids are connected to you? And why are you out here praising Balenciaga? Did you forget that they did that whole disgusting satanic child ad? Did you forget that they were canceled for that? How are you gonna sit up there and talk about protecting children, yet you have no problem promoting a company like Balenciaga? It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't at all. And honestly, it does go against everything he claims, because if he's talking about he needs to protect his daughter and we should all be helping him protect his daughter, and they're allegedly underdressing his daughter and pushing her like they did the Kardashians when they were younger. But at the same time, you can go and promote Balenciaga and praise Balenciaga and say Balenciaga is the best and all this stuff. It doesn't make any sense because we know what Balenciaga was accused of, and it wasn't something that was a conspiracy theory. This is something that everybody agreed upon that was disgusting. And Kanye, since that day, he's still been praising Balenciaga. He even acknowledged the commercial and then still continued to praise Balenciaga. That lets you know he's controlled opposition. The people behind Balenciaga are the same people behind all the rest of the companies, the same people he claims to have so much problems with. So why are you praising Balenciaga? The reason he's doing this is because he's controlled opposition. And we can also see that from the title of his album cover. Kanye is naming his album World War III. You think that's a coincidence? With all the situations that we're going through right now, with all the global unrest, he's making an album called World War III. And remember, in 2023 and 2024, there was a lot of post-apocalyptic, apocalyptic imagery coming from the music industry in Hollywood. And we also started seeing all these billionaires building doomsday bunkers underground, like if they were expecting something to happen. Now we're seeing Kanye drop this album, World War III, same time as Netflix dropping a new series about a post-apocalyptic world. There's a lot of this imagery being put out there, and I don't think that this is a coincidence. I think that this is what the elite want to put in the air. This is what they're pushing, and they have their agendas for this. And I'm planning on making a Patreon video about this because honestly, I can't talk about it on here. But honestly, just pay attention to Kanye's moves, and you can tell that he's a puppet. I think this entire gay stunt is a stunt. I think Kanye might definitely be gay, but the fact that he's coming out with this now has his own agenda. While he's trying to pretend to be against the industry and a rebel, it has never been more clear that he's controlled opposition. You guys have to pay attention to what he's pushing. Like, he is still pushing adult films to his fans. That's a massive problem. You know how many people suffer from adult film addictions? There's like literally more than half the population that are suffering from severe addiction to adult films. People that have destroyed all sense of reality because of this addiction, and that's a massive problem that Kanye is contributing to. If Kanye was against the industry, he would be against the adult film industry just as much as the industry because it's destroying people more than the industry. It's one of the strongest weapons of the devil. And if you guys saw my deep dive on the truth about the adult industry, you would know that it's directly connected to Aleister Crowley and the occult. And I've already tied Kanye West to Aleister Crowley. In fact, most of his behavior, behavior with Bianca and all the way he acts, ties back to Thelema and Aleister Crowley's religion. And I confidently believe that Kanye is a part of that occult religion, just like I have proven Jay-Z is. Everything that Kanye is doing right now is rooted in the occult, and he is just an agent of chaos. He's being used against our very people.
Did you by chance see the interview that Candace Owens did with Jason Lee?
No, I didn't actually see the interview, but I did see some comments that were posted about it.
So basically, she was telling us how she's always going to defend Kanye, but this is what she said. She said, "I will always love Ye. I will always defend him because I think he did one of the bravest things in speaking out about what happened to him. And the questions were never answered about what Harley Pasternak did to him that night." So I just want to know, what do you think about that? Because here we have her defending Kanye and basically claiming that she's always going to be biased towards him. So that to me was a little off, and it made me question Candace Owens' authenticity.
I've been questioning her authenticity for a while now because when I first saw Candace Owens, I was impressed. Some of the things she was saying was similar things that I was saying, and she seemed to come out of nowhere, but wasn't really being accepted by the mainstream at the beginning. But then she started being accepted by the mainstream, and then she started running around with Kanye and started running around with many other celebrities, and I started seeing a shift in her. The fact that she's defending Kanye, the fact that she's saying she's going to be biased towards Kanye just because Kanye collaborated with her and they did that whole White Lives Matter shirt thing together, that's a red flag because it shows that she's bought out too. She's not someone that stands on the truth. She's not someone that's willing to expose the truth. Now, I also found some suspicious things when I was looking into her, but I don't want to go and give my opinion on her right now at this moment without having all of my information about her together. But if you guys actually want to see me do a video on my thoughts about Candace Owens, because there is parts of her, like I said, that I really did like. But now, from what I've been seeing recently and a lot of the things that she's been saying, she's giving me controlled opposition vibes. Now, do you guys want me to do a video on her? If you do, comment Candace Owens below. But to answer your question regarding this Kanye thing, that's a massive red flag for Candace Owens as well. Because Kanye is saying and doing things that Candace Owens herself goes against. That should be a reason for her to separate herself from him, denounce him, or at least just say that she's no longer in support of Kanye. But just because Kanye worked with her, she is scared to call him out or to push him away and lose that potential opportunity in the future. But it's definitely giving me, like I said, controlled opposition vibes, just like Kanye. And we can't be surprised because whenever they push these people in front of us, they're doing it for a reason. You don't hear the real people that are speaking the truth be pushed by mainstream. They ignore us. They don't want to give us any kind of attention. They will never give us any type of attention because by them even mentioning us, they're gonna send people to check us out. The people check us out, they open their eyes and then they see the industry for what it is. They're not gonna do that. But when it comes to Candace Owens, she's accepted. She's mainstream essentially already. As you can see, she's running around, she's done things with Kanye. If you see all this and you don't realize that Kanye's controlled opposition, I'm honestly gonna pray for you. I'm gonna hope that you wake up because I don't want him to be able to damage your soul. I don't want him to misguide our people and take them in the wrong direction. People that are just searching for the truth and think that Kanye represents the truth. He doesn't. Listen to what he's saying. He sees himself as a god. He acts like he's a god and he's convincing people to praise him like a god. I am confident that all these things that he's doing now is staged and is created by the industry itself, the same people he's pretending to expose. They are the ones that want him to do this because he's pushing their agendas by doing this. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. I'm going to end this one here. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye, everybody. I hope you guys have a great day.